Welcome to Good Morning Gwinnett with your host, Audrey Bell-Kearney, where we keep you informed, inspired, and ahead of the curve. Tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Audrey dives into the latest strategies and tools to help you leverage AI to grow your local business. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a tech enthusiast, or just curious about the future of business, this is the podcast for you. Get ready to innovate, elevate, and dominate in Gwinnett County and beyond.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land, all of my friends around the world. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, 35 degrees, going up to a high of 56. The sun is shining, still a little bit chilly, but the sun is shining. Hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your morning. I am. Today we're talking about which AI is the best. And I'm gonna break it down for you. But before I say that, I want to say I'm praying for all of the people that were on the Delta flight that crashed yesterday. Oh my God, this is crazy. Like I have no idea what's going on. And I'm trying to stay positive. My brother has to fly out on Thursday. And of course I'm scared to death. Because there's so many crazy things are happening. Like we've never seen so many plane crashes in such a short span of time. And so thankfully everybody on that plane, that Delta air crash, was they survived. Some people were injured, but everybody survived. So thank God for that, and prayers go out to everybody. All right, so listen, today we're talking about, I haven't talked about Grok a lot. Grok, which is Elon's AI, and then you got ChatGPT, and of course last week you heard that Elon was trying to buy ChatGPT for like 90 something $1 billion with a B, not millions, billions with a B. So you got ChatGPT, you got DeepSeek that jumped on the scene and like smacked some folks around. We got Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot, and probably a bunch of other ones that I don't know about. And here's the thing, the reason I don't know about them is because I don't use anything pretty much but ChatGPT. I have used Perplexity. Copilot is actually included in my Microsoft Office suite of programs. I hardly ever use that. As a matter of fact, it showed up in my Word document. Like now, if you got Microsoft Word and you have like Microsoft 365, inside of the Word document when you're typing, Copilot is on the right side, like to help you Copilot the article, whatever you're doing, which is pretty cool. I actually like it. I just haven't used it yet. Perplexity, I've used that one time. It's supposed to be for good research. Gemini, I think I've used Gemini like once when it first came out. And DeepSeek I haven't used at all. Now I watched somebody create some great stuff with DeepSeek the other day, but I think when I did try to use it, it was moving kind of slow, and I was like, I'll pass on that. So, but anyway, I want to break down like what the best, who's winning, right? Who's winning this like AI war? And I talked about this before. I didn't talk about it, but I did an article on it. So go to the website, look it up. Who's winning in AI right now? And I wanted to kind of just break it down because I know people are kind of confused about, I don't know which one to use for what. Like Grok is out and they say Grok 3 just came out and it's doing some great stuff, and everybody's in this space and we just don't know. A lot of us just don't know what to do about what, who to use for what. So I want to break down the models. So I'm talking about Grok, which is Elon's platform. I'm talking about ChatGPT. I'm talking about DeepSeek. I'm talking about Claude. I'm talking about Gemini and Copilot. Now, OpenAI has a bunch of other stuff. I think I just heard something about something called Operator. So does Google. Google has something else. I forgot what it was called. Something. It's a lot of AI floating around, right? And everybody wants to be. And I think I forgot. I forgot Facebook. I think they got an AI. I think it's called Llama. Right. Nobody even knows. Nobody's paying that any attention at all. Like I think Facebook, but I think it's specifically for Facebook. It's called Llama. But I want to kind of break down what each one of these do, like what's best for what's the strength, what's the weaknesses, so you guys can kind of get an idea of which one you may want to use. So we're going to kick it off with Grok because Grok was in the news this morning about Grok 3 and all of the things that it's doing. And I'm sure they're all doing a great thing. So let's talk about it. So Grok is best for social media users. That's what it's best for. Elon Musk fans, like people that like Elon, that's what Grok is for. Elon Musk and social media users, that's what it's best for. Now, the strengths of Grok is real time X integration with the witty personalities. So this is the crazy part. The AIs are now starting to have a personality. They are like it's crazy. Like they'll laugh and talk with you. They would listen. when we do Alexa, if we say something like funny, Alexa say something funny back. Like we said something, I forgot what we said, but Alexa said, "You give me a charge." It was something. It was meant to be humorous. I'm like, not Alexa with a sense of humor. Hilarious. But anyway, so Grok is better for social media users and people that love Elon, of course. The strengths are the real time X integration. So X is formerly known as Twitter, and his witty personality. Yeah, because Elon thinks he has a witty personality, which is funny. But the weaknesses are it's limited to X users, right? That's the limitations. It's like you have to. It's limited to if you're not a user of X, you can't really use it. Now, the one that I use the most is ChatGPT. Um, it's general users. It's best for general users and businesses, which that's what I use it for. The strengths are it's versatile and strong in conversation and writing. Strong in conversation, right? I agree with that. Limited, they said the limited part about it. The free tier is limited and it lacks real time browsing. Now, I don't know if it lacks that, but it did just include like a search feature so you can actually search. So now you can go back and there's a little box where you can click so you can search. And it's crazy because if I go to my browser to search something, if I don't put like Google or Edge in there, it will automatically pull up ChatGPT as a search, as my search engine. Like it will, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still kind of trusting Google right now for search. I know, but that's what I've been used to searching on. You know what's crazy? There's Bing. How often do anybody talk about Bing or what's the other one? It's another Firefox. Nobody really talks about those anymore. Like when you think of searching something on the internet, the first thing people say is go Google it. They don't say go Bing it or go Firefox it. They say go Google it. It's almost like they don't even exist anymore. I wonder if this is the same thing that's going to happen to AI. I wonder if like at some point because remember, go back a while. I'm taking y'all way back in the time. It was AOL and Yahoo. Those were the two, right? You wanted to know something with AOL and you went to Yahoo. You don't hear about either. I think Yahoo is still around. I don't know if AOL is around or not. I had an AOL account. They just disappeared. Then you got Google and Bing and then Edge and Firefox, right? I remember Firefox. I use it some and I've used Bing maybe some. I probably use Edge a little bit more than all of those, but guess what I use? Google. I'm wondering who's going to win the war with the AIs. Like Google is winning with search. Now, ChatGPT has a search feature built into it. And I feel like that's a war against the search engines. Because now they're in search. Because people are saying, hey, it's limited because we can't do no real time browsing. I think you can now. All right, let's talk about DeepSeek. DeepSeek is a new kid on the block. DeepSeek came out as a Chinese company. It is best for research and search specialists. Um, the strength of that is advanced search capabilities with deep contextual results. That's the ability. The weakness for DeepSeek is narrow use cases and limited adoption. Well, it's limited adoption because it just started. It literally just came out like what 2 weeks ago. Like it jumped on the scene and smacked everybody around, and people was in an uproar. Like, oh my god, what's happening? DeepSeek just came out, and the reason DeepSeek came out and made such a big hit was because we spent probably billions of dollars on ChatGPT, and we were told that DeepSeek was built with like 6 million, created with like $6 million. So you talking about billions to 6 million? That's like a peanut inside of an ocean. Think about that for a second. Just think about a peanut. Close your eyes and visualize dropping a peanut in the ocean. Yeah, that's deep sea. That's how much money they spent compared to what Sam Altman has spent on ChatGPT. So it made a big scene, and it does really great things. Like I've seen like some people build websites. I think somebody was building an app last night. I was like, that's cool, and but here's the thing: those when it comes to like building stuff with AI, you still need to know a little bit of coding. I created something last night using bolt.new. It was a free tool that I wanted to put on Good Morning Gwinnett website. I put one up there, but I wasn't able to do it because it was too many steps. I was like, I don't like all these steps. Like I don't if I want to create something, I want to create it and do something with it. So I put it on I put it, go to Good Morning Gwinnett. I created a social security tool and I put it on Good Morning Gwinnett's site. Why? Because that's important. Everybody want to know about social security right now. And for me, I want Good Morning Gwinnett to be like a platform of resources. So I put a social security tool on Good Morning Gwinnett website, but I've started building it with Bolt.new. And Bolt.new built it like in like 10 minutes, like me doing some iterations on it, right? The problem was I had too many steps. I had to go back. I had to do this. I had to do that. I had to do. It was too much. I was like, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do all of that. Right. So I went back to my good friend Project Pickaxe Project, and I was like, this is what I need to get this done. And I thought about what I wanted, and I went in Pickaxe and I built it. And I built this beautiful pickaxe, embedded it on the Good Morning Gwinnett website, and now it's there for people who come to the site. If they want to know anything about Social Security, it's right there on the site. And I thought that was pretty darn cool. So AI is great. It's absolutely great. DeepSeek is gonna now. I'm expecting DeepSeek to come up and do some big things. All right, let's talk about Claude. Claude was first created by Anthropic, who was then acquired by Amazon. Amazon wanted to get in the game. Anthropic had already figured it out, so they acquired them. So now it's over on that side. Claude is focused on ethics and focused on the users and enterprises. So it's more like an enterprise tool. I mean, we can use it as a regular, regular everyday general user, but they have created that to be an enterprise tool. So I'm sure it's doing amazing things. The strength of Claude is bias reducing biases and strong safety measures. Like that's important to them. Not to saying it's not important to everybody else, but I'm not sure. That's what they're known for, with strong safety measures. The weakness for this, less creative and smaller data sets. See, that's why I use ChatGPT, because I can make things shake. And the things that I can't make shake when ChatGPT, I go to Leonardo. Like when you go to the website to look at this entire article because it's too long for me to talk about, there are two images there that I did with Leonardo AI, which I love. I love that. Okay, let's talk about Gemini. Gemini is good for Google users and factual queries. That's what it's best for. Google users. So if you're a Google user, and factual queries. Um, the strength is strong in real time data and Google integration. Yep. The weakness for this is a rigid conversation style and occasional inaccuracies. I can tell you that I did use Gemini. I did not like the conversation. I was like, I don't like this. And then I used Claude. I forgot what they didn't impress me. I'm sure they impressed somebody. They didn't impress me. And I'm sure as we move through this war of AI developers, it's gonna get better and better. All of them are gonna get better and better. So the war, I think this war is gonna continue for a while until they start to eat each other up. Right? Just like Elon tried to buy Chat GPT, somebody may turn around and buy Grok. Grok. I have to remember to say it right. Grok. So Gemini is rigid conversation style. And it is. It's like it doesn't give you when I use it, I didn't get the amount of information back that I was looking for. Like I put in something and it just gave me just the bare minimum. Like if I say write an article, the article is like I didn't like it. Perplexity. Perplexity is best for research and academic users. Oh, interesting. Okay. I got some. Okay, okay. Academic users. That's pretty cool. Its weaknesses, I mean, its strengths are provides sources in real time search. I could tell you that when I did use Perplexity, it did give me links to things that I was asking for, like the source. Like if I was talking about a certain type of article, and I said, "Hey, give me the links for these," it pulled up all the links for the things I wanted to talk about. If I say, "Hey, I want to talk about AI and music," if I went to Perplexity and say that, pull up all the articles with the links to about AI music, and it'll pull it up, which I thought that was pretty cool. Um, the weakness for Perplexity is less engaging for conversations. Well, that's a weakness. It's not engaging. It is not. So that is a weakness. Um, but it's not meant for that. It's meant for research and academic users. So that's why the conversation is not engaging. So like ChatGPT is like your best friend because you have great conversations with it. Like that's the one thing I just got out of this because when I looked at all the weaknesses, none of them had good conversations. Rigid conversations, less creative, narrow use cases, limited adoption, um, yeah, and limited to just a certain group of people. It wasn't very versatile in the conversation area. So those are like people that you know, and ChatGPT is your best friend. All right, and Copilot by Microsoft. Copilot is best for business and enterprise productivity, which makes sense because it fits inside of the Microsoft suite of services, right? Which I just told you that now, if you got the Microsoft suite that you pay for, when you open up your Word document, Copilot is sitting right on the right. So if you need help, it's right there to help you. Its its strength is Office 365 integration, great for work tasks, which is true. Um, and its weakness is not designed for general AI use. Okay, so there you have it. Now, what's interesting about Copilot is that is that Microsoft invested billions of dollars into was it billions? I think billions of dollars into ChatGPT, which I thought that it would be good for. I felt like it was going to build on top of ChatGPT, but it says the weakness is it's not designed for general AI use. Okay, that's interesting. So what am I doing with it in Copilot? Just spelling words? I mean, I haven't used it. I haven't used it yet. Um, I haven't used it in Copilot to be honest. I mean, in Microsoft to be honest, I have not used it, but maybe I will at some point. I just don't. There's no need for it for me right now. Like there's no need for me um, to use it now. Here's the thing you want to think about, right? When you think about what I just went through, what how can this help you? How can this help you in your everyday life? Do you need something so you can be more productive? You know, with one of the tools. For me, ChatGPT really helps me do all the stuff I need to do. Like I'm a content creator. I create a ton of content. It helped me research things. I can research things, and I do research all the time. I research all the time. That's what I do because and for me, it's like if I have an idea, I need to get the idea out my head and say, "Hey, create a framework for this." I do that in Chat. Now, Perplexity may be better, but ChatGPT does well. Like it gives me great thought processes to focus on when I'm trying to figure out some things. And let me tell you this. I heard someone say to me, and I was like, they don't use anything. It was crazy. They were like, "Yeah, I heard ChatGPT, and we were in a meeting. ChatGPT makes you lazy." I'm like, "Nah, that's just totally." Well, let me say this: it doesn't make me lazy. What it does is make me way, 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 way more creative, and make me way, 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 way more clear about ideas. Because I will sit with ChatGPT and flush out an idea, and then I'll look back at like what's flushed out. Like, yeah, I don't want to do that in my past life, it would be like I have an idea, I know how to put it together, I'm gonna do it. But when I use Chat GPT, it helps me to get clarity about is that something I really want to pursue? Because I said create the framework for this, and when it creates the framework because it's smarter than me. I know people don't think there's these tools are smarter than us because guess what? They're reading billions and billions and billions and billions, if not trillions, of pieces of content every day. So they're smarter than we are. Oh, they're not smarter than human. They are. They may not be emotionally intelligent like us, but they're smarter than us. So there have been times where I had this great idea that I'm thinking, okay, this is pretty simple to start. And I'll say to ChatGPT, create the framework for this. And once it creates a framework, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do all that. I don't want that's too much. But here's the thing, it knows the framework because it knows about so much content that's on the information. It knows what work. I did something, I was working with a client and I'm sorry, my nose is stopped up, and then it's this crazy temperature. I was working with a client, and we had created a program for them to do for couples, for married couples, and the name was great, but she spoke to an attorney, and the attorney said, "Well, that name is being used by somebody else. It wasn't trademarked, but it was definitely being used." And so she's freaked out. She's like, "Okay, I can't use that name." So we had to come up with another name. So what we did was went to ChatGPT and we said, "Hey, here's a name we want to use. Are there any other companies out there with a trademark of using this name?" And ChatGPT did a search and it came up no. So she was able to get the domain name, change everything over to that name. And now she's putting in a trademark for that name. So, it's like it helps you so much. It'll tell you which companies are trademark. It'll tell you which ones are registered. It'll tell you the ones that's using it, but it's not trademark. I thought that was amazing. So when you look at like and Chat GPT just happened to be my GPT of choice. But that may not be yours. So go to the website, goodmorninggwinnett.com. The entire article is there. And then that way you can see which one is better. If you know you spend a lot of time over on, on Twitter or X or whatever, and you want to, be immersed in Elon's world, then Grok 3 probably is best for you. You know, it has reasoning capability, conversational like ChatGPT. But if you think that, and then Grok 3 is supposed to be better. Like the reasoning for Grok 3 is supposed to be better. Like the capabilities, the compute power is supposed to be better. And this just came out. This article came out this morning. Which prompted me to do this article on explaining like which platform is better. So, all right, let's do a rundown again about the different platforms, so you can listen. I need you to make an informed decision about which one is gonna, be better for you. Oh, I know what it was. So when Google first started, it was Google Bard. That's what I used. It wasn't Gemini, it was Bard. So I'll use Bard. And I was like, I don't like Bard. I didn't really like it. Like I was talking to it. It was like I was talking to like a guy who don't listen. That's exactly what I felt like. Like I asked a question, it gave me back an answer. There was no conversation. It was like just, you got a question, here's the answer. I didn't like that. So I didn't like Bard, but then Bard became Google Gemini. So that's what happened. And I just didn't like it. Perplexity, I feel like I could use Perplexity because when I'm doing research, like once I have a couple of things I have to complete and then I have to do some research. When I think about that, because I need to have all, and Google ChatGPT probably would do the same thing. If I say include the resources from where you got this information, it'll probably do the exact same thing. You know, it's just that Perplexity is built for that. It's built for that kind of thing. Like it's blending large language model capabilities with real time search. So it's built for that. But I think my good friend ChatGPT is going to keep going and do the same thing. So let's do a recap. Who's winning? And AI depends on what users need. That's the real deal. Like who's actually winning? It depends on you, the user, what you need. In my mind, ChatGPT is winning because that's what I need. I need to be able to create content. I need to be able to ask questions. So in my mind, because I use ChatGPT all the time for content creation, and it is winning for me. It may not be winning for you because you may not be creating content. You may be looking for, like, you may be doing research papers and things like that. So for real time search and data accuracy, Perplexity and Gemini, they're in the lead for that. For general chatting and AI and content creation, ChatGPT remains the most well rounded and it's leading that space. It is. For productivity and business use, Copilot is best for AI professionals. It's the best. Like when it comes to productivity and business uses. For ethical AI and safe conversations, Claude stands out as number one. It does. For search optimized AI, now this is going to be interesting. Look what I just said. For search optimized AI use, DeepSeek is emerging as a contender. Search optimized AI use. I don't know. I gotta, because I got that search optimized piece. That part. Don't skip that part. Everything we put on our websites, if we want it to be crawled by Google, it have to be optimized for the search engines. So it's definitely coming for Google. It's definitely coming. Search optimized AI use. DeepSeek is an emerging contender. And for social media and entertainment, Grok brings bring personality driven AI on the X platform. All right, so there you have it. In the AI battle, no single model remains supreme. None of them, because they all do something different. But instead, the best AI model really depends on what you need, how you need to use these tools. They're tools, right? Do you want to be productive? Do you want to do research? Are you trying to be creative? Are you trying to increase social engagement? However, as AI continues to evolve, we can definitely expect constant competition and innovation everywhere. You see how DeepSeek just jumped out there and smacked everybody. Everybody was in an uproar, like, "Oh my God!" Nvidia stock dropped. It was crazy. Like it came on the scene like with like gangbusters, and it took the stock market for Nvidia like it plummeted. Now it's gonna bounce back, but for a second there, it was like, "Ooh, this is scary." This is scary. Anyway, AI is shaping the future. It's shaping how we do everything, and it's shaping our job markets. It's shaping the way we learn things. It's shaping the way we innovate. It's shaping the future. The thing is, where do you fit in? Find your place inside of this space. Find a place. I don't care. Listen, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and look at the thing I did for Social Security. I did that with an AI tool. It fits beautifully into my site. I did the image with a Leonardo. I did the tool itself with Pickaxe Project. I need to put that inside of the show notes. Pickaxe Project, right? I did that. It came out amazing. Now, here's what y'all don't understand. People are putting tools on just pages and making a lot of money because people are going to the tool looking for things. You know, you want to help people, create a tool that's going to help them. And then in the interim, make some money. Hey, that's a win-win for everybody. Win-win for you, win-win for them. It's a win-win for everybody. I'm going to put the link for Project Pickaxe in the description of the show so you can go look at how to go ahead and create your own smart tool, which I love. Now, when I did that one yesterday, and I did it probably in an hour, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to create a whole bunch of these, a whole lot of them, and put them all over the place. I am, because I can, because the tools are there. They're there to help us. You want to be creative? You need more productivity? You want to do more research? You want to be more socially engaged? The tools are there. You just got to take advantage of them. Spend some time, take a weekend, pick one, and learn it. I use ChatGPT every day, and there's still stuff I don't know about ChatGPT. Because they put out something new all the time, like the operator thing. I heard about it, haven't had a chance to look at it. I will, because ChatGPT it's like my drug of choice. That's my thing. All right, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that you take these tools and implement them into your life, into your workflow, into your business. So this way you can be more productive. You can probably even create some streams of income that you haven't even thought about. Keep listening to this show because your girl is always thinking about something. I'm literally trying to figure out how I want to do my business segment that I do. And I'm thinking I'm going to create something with AI and put it up there. Some case studies. I really like it. I like the tools. It's scary because it's growing so fast and it's growing so smart. It's scary, but while we're able to manage it, listen, go do what you need to do so you can make some money. So you need to go up on the ground because AI is living above us. I'm just saying. I'm being a conspiracy theorist right this second. Not really, but maybe. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got for you today. You could have been anywhere in the world to spend the last 27 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. If you miss any episodes of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. No, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Good Morning Gwinnett. Do me a favor. Go to YouTube right now. Subscribe to the Good Morning Gwinnett channel. I'm trying to get to that 1,000. I don't even know if I'm there. I did get an email the other day, so I had 60,000 downloads or 60,000 something. I was like, what? Me? I got 60,000 something on something. It had to do with Good Morning Gwinnett. And I was like, that's great. And then I kept moving. Because a lot of that stuff is, it needs to push the needle in the right direction. And not that it's not. I need to get to 60,000 downloads per episode. Help me do that. Help me this week, y'all. If y'all like this episode, go and share it with your friends. I need to get like 10,000 downloads on this episode. I'm just saying. But again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys for taking the time to listen to me. I will be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you missed any episodes or want to read the entire article about what I just talked about, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com, goodmorninggwinnett.com, goodmorninggwinnett.com. You can read the entire article plus a whole bunch of other articles. All right? All right, I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Until next time, my friends, until next time, make it a great day. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to Good Morning Gwinnett, where we bring AI innovation to the heart of your local business. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to support the show for only $5.99 a month. Just click the support link in the show notes. Your contribution helps keep this show running and your business growing. Missed an episode or want to catch up on local news? Visit us anytime at goodmorninggwinnett.com. Until next time, stay innovative on your grind.